I've never been a terribly huge Aquaman fan. Like, yeah, I bought the whole he only talks to fish garbage that's plagued him for decades. But even once I moved past that, I still wasn't a fan. His aesthetic really did him no favors, and that's important to me in a visual medium. And one of the few good points of corporate synergy, making Arthur Curry look more like a white Jason Momoa has taken down a barrier of entry for me. Albeit, it wasn't in the most racially sensitive way at all. But at least now, replacing Arthur Curry, the classic Aquaman, with Jackson Hyde, they've taken away another barrier to get me in. The Amazing Future State Aquaman was the last time we saw Jackson in the role of Aquaman, but that doesn't mean this outing is similar. Jackson is becoming Aquaman in this book. He's not an experienced superhero with a sidekick just yet. There's far more focus on building up who he is as a hero than there is on building his relationship with any one character. This leads to several new dynamics that each hit different emotional beats, but they hit just as hard. While the battle to reunite with Andy was heartbreaking, Jackson's new tale is full of hope. I can't comment as to how Arthur would react to people, but the way Jackson has formed a sense of community around his town is key to the story's pathos. Everyone knows him, and by that I mean he has no secret identity. When he saves someone, they say thanks Jackson, not thanks Aquaman. I almost said aw when reading when the kidnapping victim Jackson saved asks him to stay with her by calling him Mr. Hyde. He feels like a real hero of the people, but also a friend. This is not only an interesting creative choice, but the perfect one to set Jackson apart from other heroes. Is Jackson the only one who would sit and wait with the victim to make them feel safe? No, of course not. Most heroes would. But none of them would be asked to by their real name, even the ones with open identities. Our main character is Jackson first and Aquaman second. This book could have been called Jackson Hyde instead of Aquaman, and it would have felt as thematically relevant. His identity and who he is seeps through every scene of this book seamlessly. I could go on and on about how great the character building scenes are, like where he fails to flirt with the waiter, completes the apocalypse training exercise, or is on a first name basis with the Joe Schmoes in Atlantis and on the surface. I don't want to, because you should read it for yourself. Do yourself a favor and pick up Aquaman the Becoming. I can't recommend it more without spoiling it.